Hi everyone, this is Jason from Metal Flesh. Today I will try and rank the entire Destruction discography, including some of their EPs. Quite a lot of material to go through. I will put them somewhere from getting the bin tier all the way up to from here to eternity. From its release, I will pick up two highlight songs. For the EPs, I will pick up one song. I will try to stay away from the obvious hit songs. So we're going to kick things off with the band's initial release, which was Sentence of Death, an EP that came out in 1984. This is an explosive debut EP that announced the arrival of one of Germany's most extreme young bands. The production is raw and primitive, but the speed, aggression, and youthful energy more than makes up for it. You can hear the influences from Venom, early Slayer, but yet somehow Destruction already sounds like the band Destruction. The highlight song for me will be Black Mass. I will put it on a B tier, quite a historic release. The 1985, we see the release of Inferno Overkill. This is the band's first full-length album. It basically expanded on everything that the band did on the first EP. The riffs become sharper, the songwriting is more ambitious, and the performance is more confident. The production is still rough, but it perfectly suits the savage nature of the music. There are no obvious weak tracks, making it one of the essential albums of the early Deftonic thrash. The highlights here will be Pistol Invasion and The Ritual. For me, this is a solid A tier release. In 1986, we have the release of Internal Devastation. Most people consider this as the band's greatest achievements. The riffs are faster, the solos are outstanding, and the songwriting reaches another level. The album is relentless from start to finish, yet it somehow manages to include memorable hooks and excellent arrangements. Despite the raw production, it remains one of the finest European thrash albums ever recorded. Highlights for me will be Confused Mind and Curse the Gods. For me, this is a From Here to Eternity release. After this, in 1987, we see the release of an EP and a full length. The first one was the EP Mad Butcher. The band here, rather than simply releasing leftover songs, somehow the band delivered like another classic EP. The title track was re-recorded with much stronger production, while the new material showed the band is becoming even more technical and confident. It perfectly bridges the gap between Eternal Devastation and Release from Agony. Highlights for me will be Mad Butcher. For me, this is a solid A tier release. In the same year, as stated earlier, we see the release also of a full-length album called Release from Agony. It's a remarkable step forward musically. The band introduced more technical riffing, complex arrangements, and progressive songwriting without losing their aggression. Smear's bass playing is exceptional throughout, and Mike delivers some of his finest guitar work of his career. The album does require several listens to fully appreciate it, but it's absolutely amazing from start to finish. Highlights for me will be Serve to Die and Dissatisfied Existence. For me, this is a solid From Here to Eternity release. I'm just going to put it right in front of Eternal Devastation. Right after that, 1990, we've got Cracked Brain. I believe Smear was still in the band when they were composing the songs, but then somehow like end up leaving the band. So we've got a new singer here that does absolutely amazing job. The songs from start to finish are absolutely 100% thrash songs. They don't lack in personality. It's an underrated album, but at the same time, I absolutely love this album, and from start to finish is absolutely fantastic. Highlights for me will be Ripping You Off Blind and Cracked Brain. For me, this is a solid From Here to Eternity release. After this, we see the release of the least successful Human Cannonball. Right, so this is the Disowned album by Destruction. Destruction has like deleted that from their catalog. It only got printed once. The band doesn't even include it anymore, not even on their website. It doesn't exist. The band here experimented with groove metal and industrial influences with some sort of modern muddy production. This was released during the lowest point of Destruction's career. It contains a few decent riffs here and there, but it's pretty much an unlistenable album. For me, this is a get in the bin tier. No highlight songs or anything like that at all. After that, in 2000, we see the release of All Hell Breaks Loose and Smear's return back to the band. The energy, the aggression, and the classic sound of Destruction has immediately returned, making one of the strongest comebacks of the band's career. The production is powerful, the riffs are sharp, and the band sounds hungry. A few songs are slightly less memorable, but overall a great return to form. The highlights here will be the Butcher Strikes Back and the Final Curtain. For me, this is I'm just going to put it on a B tier for now. In 2001, we see the release of The Antichrist, an outstanding album. Many fans rank it along the band's 80s classic era or album releases. 8 songs packed with razor sharp riffing, memorable choruses, and relentless energy. The production is modern without losing the raw spirit of the classic thrash sound. There is almost no filler in the entire album. Highlights for me will be Nailed to the Cross and Thrash Till Death. For me, this is a very strong release. I'm just going to put it on the A tier. I'm just going to put it right there. Metal Discharge came in 2003. The band here continued with their great comeback, and they followed that up with another powerful thrash album. The riffs are excellent. Smear sounds angry as he does. While perhaps it tries to repeat the formula of the Antichrist, it's a bit too close, and some of the songs are uneven, a few skippable tracks here and there. We have got some really good stuff here, but the final result is it's okay. Highlights will be Ripping the Flesh Apart and Metal Discharge. For me, this is like a C tier album. After this, we see the release of Inventor of Evil. The band here again continued their excellent run with another aggressive and polished thrash album. The production is huge. Mike delivers one razor sharp riff after another, and Smear sounds passionate as he always does. The album perhaps lacks one or two unforgettable songs, but the overall quality is consistent. A few filler songs here and there. I don't know, the highlights here will be the alliance of Hellhounds, which contains loads of guests on vocals, and Twist of Fate. I don't really revisit this one very often. I'm just going to put it as a C tier. In 2007, we have the release of Thrash Anthems. Rather than producing another studio album, Destruction chose to completely re-record many of their classic songs with modern productions. The performances are excellent, the sound is huge, and the younger fans finally had like a clean sounding versions of the legendary tracks. Highlights for me will be Reject Emotions and Cracked Brain. For me, this is like an A tier release. There we go. In 2008, we see the release of Devolution, one of the band's heaviest modern albums. The production is crushing, the riffs are relentless, and Smear delivers fantastic vocal performance. While the album doesn't quite reach the song heights of The Antichrist, it still remains powerful and consistent thrash release. The final outcome, though, it's the album is slightly uneven. Again, I don't really revisit this one very often. Highlights will be Desperate Scream and Elevator to Hell. For me, this is another C tier release. Days of Reckoning came out in 2011. Many fans see this one as the strongest albums of Destruction's modern era. The songwriting is tighter, the production sounds fantastic, and there is a great balance between speed, groove, and melody. Every member performs at high level, and it results in a fantastic album and all-rounded complete release. The highlights here for me will be Hate Is My Fuel and Armageddonizer. For me, this is a solid B tier release. Spiritual Genocide came in 2012. It's fast, aggressive, and uncompromising thrash album, packed with sharp riffs, and unfortunately, the song writing isn't there. Quite a lot of filler tracks. I want to say like this one feels like a very uneven album. Some songs are really good, and quite a few of them you just skip them, not very memorable. Highlights will be To Dust You Will Decay and Cyanide. For me, this is like a D tier album. Under Attack came in 2016. I had low hopes about this one, but once I pressed played on the album, I was just blown away. This is a fine Destruction album. The production is massive, the riffs are memorable, the songwriting feels fresh, and despite the band's long history, the album manages to combine the classic Teutonic aggression with slightly modern production. There's just a couple of filler tracks, but apart from that, it's absolutely fantastic album. Highlights for me will be Under Attack and Generation Nevermore. For me, this is a solid B tier release. I'm just going to put it right here. In 2017, we see the release of Thrash Anthems 2. Like its predecessor, it's a collection of tracks that Destruction re-recorded with modern production and better performances. While it doesn't quite have the same impact as the first Thrash Anthems, it's still enjoyable, and yes, you can hear the tracks with better sound and slightly different variation, like it might be like a different solo or better vocal performances, or along those lines. Highlights for me will be Ripping You Off Blind and Confused Mind. For me, this goes down to a B tier. In 2019, we see the release of Born to Perish. This one features Randy Black on drums and Damir on guitar. The new lineup injected fresh energy into the band, resulting in a strong album release. The riffs are outstanding, the production is crystal clear, and again, some songs are really good, a few filler tracks. Highlights will be Inspired by Death and Butchered for Life. Nice song title. I'm just gonna put it as a low B tier for now. Diabolical came in 2022, following Mike's departure. The band managed to deliver another thrash album. The songwriting is aggressive. I'm in a mixed bag here on this album. I try to listen to it a lot of times. I try to like this album. Something doesn't just quite sit that well with me. I don't reach out for this one. I don't listen to it very often. Highlights will be No Faith in Humanity and Tormented Soul. For me, this is a D tier. I'm just gonna put it here. Which brings us to the band's latest release, Birth of Malice. This album is absolutely fantastic. The band manages to continue to prove why they remain one of the thrash metal's greatest survivors. This album managed to deliver aggressive riffs, strong production, and unmistakable energy that has defined the band since the early 80s. The songwriting is focused, the performances are excellent, hardly any fillers. It's quite hard to pick up any highlights here, as every song is absolutely amazing. I'll go for No Kings, No Masters and Birth of Malice. For me, this is another A tier release. I'm just gonna put it right here. So there you have it, the entire Destruction discography ranked from Get in the Bin tier all the way up to From Here to Eternity. Till next time, stay metal.